Welcome to Collecting Chaos. I've got 4 little segments to show you. I've kind of just stitched them all together. A couple of them from the mail, a minor haul, and some new comics. So if you're interested in seeing that kind of stuff, keep watching. I got this in the mail, and it cost me $11.78, including shipping and handling. Now of course, I had to open it a little bit to verify what it was, so that I could make sure I went ahead and gave feedback to the sender. I don't like them to wait too long. If you wait too long to send feedback, you can't send it, which kind of sucks. Like I said, I paid $11.78 for these, and the first one is a little out of focus there. Sad Sack and the Sarge, number 100. And this is from April of 1973, so a Bronze Age Sad Sack comic. Sad Sack Laugh Special, number 62. And this is from the date. I can't read it because it's so faint. November 1971. And they're good. Maybe good to very good. This is Sad Sack Laugh Special number 56. And this one is November 1970. At least that's what it looks like. Could be wrong there, but I'm not. And this one's it's got a little spine split there. A little missing paper. Like I said, it's still good to very good. Last is from Charlton Comics, Beetle Bailey number 83. And this is from September 1971. It's got a 2-inch spine split. So I would judge this maybe good plus maybe. And that's what I got. Let's take a look at some of the new comics I picked up this week. First off, from DC Comics, I got Amethyst 5. And I picked up and read the first issue, and I really enjoyed it. I missed 2 and 3 because of COVID. So 4 and 5 are the next issues. I haven't read them yet. Hopefully I'll get 2 and 3 and I can read it straight through. And I got Action Comics 1024, the variant cover. My LCS did not have the normal cover. I don't know why. I have no problem with the variant cover. I think it's a really nice cover, but I like to have the choice of, do I want the variant or do I want the regular? Same thing with Wonder Woman. He had the variant cover, but he didn't have the normal cover. Now this is a gorgeous cover, and I probably would have picked it up no matter what. Would have been kind of nice to see the normal cover. Last thing I picked up from DC was Batman 3 Jokers. I've heard so much about this, I have to check it out. Of the covers he had, this one I like the best. It's Batman. Batman comic. It's Batman on the cover. Why would I want Joker on the cover of a Batman comic? No, I'm just joking. I'll see what I think about it. I'm going to wait till all of them come out before I read it. Then from Free Comic Book Day stuff, I picked up the best of 2000 AD. Judge Dredd. If you've been watching for a while, you know I've got quite a bit of Judge Dredd. Then I picked up Donut the Destroyer. Hey, anything about donuts has to be good, right? Have not read any of these yet. And I picked up Only a Matter of Space-Time. Nice black and white comic. Let's see what that's like. The Resistance. This is Deodato art, so, you know, hey, had to get it. And Dark Instinct by people that I never heard of. Didn't even look at it, just picked it up based on the cover. And the price, of course, was $0, so that was worth it. I'll check it out. And from Zenescope, I picked up a few comics. I'm enjoying them so much, I'm starting to buy just about everything they've got. This is Conspiracy, Men in Black. And he had 2 covers, so I picked up both of them. I like this cover, but this one is so strange I had to pick it up. And that's a special they did. Then I got Grimm Fairy Tales this is the 2020 annual. Ought to be interesting. I'm looking forward to reading Grimm Fairy Tales. Unfortunately, I start with issue 38, so I got 37 to find. I really like the art from the Zenescope, and so far every story I've read has been good. So we'll see what it brings in the future. Grimm Fairy Tales 39. Grimm Fairy Tales number 40. Van Helsing versus the League of Monsters, number 3. So I need to find number 1 and number 2 before I start reading this. Just because I'm like that. And Van Helsing, the League of Monsters, number 4. Gorgeous cover. I don't know why I didn't pick this up before. And that's my new comics. Here's a nice little haul I picked up with a little story behind them. Hardware number 1, still in its plastic. Hardware number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Now, I was at a comic convention in Oakland. It was a WonderCon, as a matter of fact. And I met Dwayne McDuffie, who wrote Hardware. And I had to admit to him that I hadn't been reading any of the Milestone comics. And he said, "Why not? They're good." And I said, "Well, yeah, of course you're going to say they're good. You wrote the Hardware." He said, "I tell you what." Here's number 7, 8, 9, and 10. He said, "Go buy some." I said, "What?" He said, "Go buy a few issues and read them. If you don't like them, bring them to me and I'll give you the money that you paid for them." He said they shouldn't be more than $1 a piece, so it's not a big problem. I thought about it and I said, can't lose, okay. And I did. I found some. I found first couple issues of Static, first couple issues of Hardware, and a couple others. I don't remember what they were. And I read them. This is number 11. They had decent art. And of course, with Duffy is just, he's a really good writer. And I went back and I saw him. He says, "Did you do what I said?" I said, "Yeah, I got some of them, and I read a few of them." He said, "Well, I don't see them in your hands." I said, "No, I got to find the rest of them because they're really, really good." He said, "Well, I told you that." And so that's how I decided to get the Milestone comics. Unfortunately, they disappeared and they were really hard to find for a long time. And 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Some of the local comic shops that I was going to at the time, this was just before I opened my own store, didn't bother carrying Milestone. They said they didn't sell, so they weren't going to order them anymore. Well, that sucked. Could be probably partially the reason why the series was canceled after a couple of years. 21, 22, 23, and 24, and I believe this was the last issue. So, flash forward, I see these. First 24, possibly the only 24 hardware, for 20 bucks. That's undercover price. I say, hell yeah, I'll take those. And I did, I got them. I can finally read all of Hardware. I've only read the first 4 issues. Now I can read them all. 20 bucks. Would you have paid $20 for these? All in probably near mint to mint condition. I think you would. Look, more mail. This I paid $32.44 for. And my knife is not very sharp. Some very strange wrapping here. Heavy brown paper. And then newspaper. And cardboard. I want to be a little more careful with this though. I know what this is. I paid $32 I think for it. $32.44. That includes shipping and handling, or shipping and tax. And again, I kind of opened it a little bit, just enough so that I could verify that I knew what it was. And I'm going to pull these out one at a time. This is Teen Titans 33 and 31. Now the 31 is in pretty rough shape. Cover's detached. Centerfold's detached. I'll have to count the pages to make sure they're all there. 13, 14. Yeah, I will definitely have to count these pages. You know what? But the story looks complete, so I'm going to assume all the pages are there until I get a chance to count them later. Good minus. And this one is June of 33. It is not in bad shape at all. In fact, I believe this might even rate a fine. So that's nice. That's a good good deal there. Next, this is Teen Titans 34. Always loved that cover. And 37. These are getting towards the end of the Teen Titans run. I think it only went 40 issues. I might be wrong. Let's see, 34. Pages are fairly white. It's a nice looking copy. A lot of spine creases, a long crease there. I would rate this about very good. Nice addition to my collection. This 37. This is easily a fine. It might even go very fine. And here's number 26. Yeah, I'm purposely not showing you the last one, even though I know what it is already. Because it's like the special thing. A lot of marks on the corner. This would probably rate very good, maybe very good minus. This is from 1970. So the middle years between silver and bronze, that's where these would lie. Now for the last one. Could use a little cleaning on the back, but doesn't look in really bad shape. And this comic is the whole reason I bought this. Teen Titans number 4. The one where Speedy joins the Titans. This is from July of 1966. I would rate this a very good plus. Maybe if I cleaned it up a little bit, it might be a little bit better than that. Not a bad little stash for $36, I think, considering this comic is probably worth that by itself. I'm very happy. Well, that was fun. You got to see a few of the stranger things that I like to collect, the Sad Sack and the Beetle Bailey. Plus, you know, I'm very slowly putting together a Teen Titans collection. It's not high priority, but when I see them at a good price, I pick them up. Having said all that, it's time for me to tell you, before you handle your comics or your collectibles, wash your hands. It's good for the comics or collectibles. It's good for your health. We'll see you next video. Bye.